Welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by and see what kind of tea I am spilling and see that I do have my coffee. And oh my God, if I didn't have my coffee, some days I don't think I could make it without the coffee. I don't know if it would be any tea without the coffee, especially today. But anyway, I hope you have your coffee. And I'm so glad you decided to come and see what your girl is talking about, what kind of tea I'm spilling. I think I have some pretty good tea today. So it's been, it's been a kind of quiet summer here of late, but I think I got some pretty good tea. I think I dug up some pretty good tea. But first, let's get a little housekeeping done before we get into the tea, and that would be to encourage you to subscribe. Always encouraging you to subscribe. I am trying to build a tribe over here. I am trying to build a channel, a successful channel. So if you don't mind, go in the settings and click on the subscribe button. And while you're there, make sure you hit the notification bell because although I do upload every day, I don't do it at the exact same time every day. So it's a reminder that I have uploaded. It'll pop up on your in your feed in your messages that I have uploaded. So do that too, and give me a thumbs up so I can try to do something with the algorithm. The last three videos, it has had me in a chokehold. Okay. So, but I am determined to make a success out of this channel, so I just keep going. But please give me a thumbs up to help me with that algorithm. All right, let's get into the tea for the day. We're going to be talking about Jen and Ben. I know people are tired of Jen and Ben. I'm a little tired of Jen and Ben too. But Ben was on Kevin Hart's show. He did an interview with Kevin Hart and he spilled a little tea and and gave us a little insight on what's going on with him and also what's going on in the marriage. Um, Jen, she's off to Italy over there looking desperate, acting desperate. So we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about Candy Burris showing support for Kenya Moore, and I am here for it because I ride hard for Candy Burris and I ride hard for Kenya Moore. And I really feel that Kenya is being othered by Bravo, and it's been happening for a while now. And Kenya actually carries that show on her back, so they need to put some respect on her name. All right, we're going to cover that, and we're going to also cover Miss Suri Cruz. She is the only biological child of Tom Cruise, and she had a milestone in her life, a big milestone in her life. I think it was this weekend. She graduated from high school, and she dropped a little tea in the program, high school program, and the graduation program, and we're going to talk about that. And of course, we're going to do our normal, our everyday, I guess you could say, but our every coffee and the tea segment. I mean, every coffee and the tea has this segment in it. I keep it in my thumbnail. It is a permanent fixture on my thumbnail because I do it every time I do coffee and the tea, and that would be stupid people doing stupid stuff. And boy, do I have a good one. Go back to yesterday's coffee and the tea. That was a good one too. All I can say, I'm gonna give you a little hint about what we talked about yesterday. It has something to do with drunk driving and a severed arm. That's a little tease for you to go back to my video yesterday. And if you don't do anything, go back to the part where I'm talking about stupid people doing stupid stuff. All right. All right, let's get started. Let's get started with Jen and Ben. Well, Ben moseyed on down there to Kevin Hart's. I guess Kevin Hart has a show or internet show or something like that where he does interviews. I am not up on Kevin Hart, and I can't say that I am a big Kevin Hart fan. So I just only saw the clips. I did not see the full interview. So I am full disclosure. I don't know everything that he said, but I did see the clip. And in the clip, he was saying that a lot that goes down with him and Jen and the difficulties he has is the level of fame that Jen has, Jennifer Lopez and J-Lo has. He said it's bananas. Those are his words. He said it's bananas and said that although, people say that he looks grumpy or whatnot, he is not grumpy. He said he is shy and that's his resting face. So people are just projecting that on him because of the way his resting face looked. And I said, okay, okay, okay. But didn't he know that he was shy when he married Jennifer Lopez? It's almost as if he didn't know who he was marrying. Number one, this is my take on it. Jennifer does not have what he call a bananas level of fame. She does not. Before this um, relationship, reunion of this relationship, nobody went checking for Jennifer Lopez. Nobody went checking for Ben Affleck. He liked that. But Jennifer loved the spotlight. Jennifer is a spotlight girly. Okay. She loves for all eyes to be on her. And if he knew anything about her when he married, he should have knew she was like that. Okay. And the reason the spotlight is on them is not because of her. It's bananas, not because of just her. It's because of the two of them together. That's why. And because of the history of the relationship. That is a second time around the block. It was a big relationship. Bennifer was big back in the day, and then they come together 20 years later, 21 years later, and of course it's going to be a big story about the reunion. I think if they have the ability to ride it out, people are going to lose interest because let's be honest, neither one of them are very interesting people. Because, like I said, nobody was checking for Jennifer. And the proof of that is her flop album, her flop documentary movie, her out there dancing with the cartoon bird. I saw that little clip of that whole thing. And her flop tour that she couldn't even sell $10 tickets to. So nobody is really checking for Jennifer like that. It's just, people are caught up with the whole second time around the block thing, and it will die out. It's starting to die out now. And the only kind reason why the interest even ramped up again is because they start showing signs that they were going to break up. That's all it was. And then she was heavily promoting her documentary, her her tour, and her album. So she was out there really, really promoting that. And so things ramped up. But people are not checking for them like that. They just are not. Not individually, but together, yes. And it's dying out. So he should just hold on. If he really wants to keep his marriage, all he needs to hold on. Will something else will come along to take away the the eyeballs. But Jennifer gonna do something to bring the eyeballs back. He got to understand who he's married to. But on the other hand, she needs to realize who she's married to too. I think in order for it to work, Jennifer needs to be okay with stepping out of the spotlight for sometimes. And he needs to be okay with stepping in the spotlight sometimes. And if they can manage that, then they'll be able to make it because they clearly seem like they love each other. But it's also another problem too. It's his ex-wife, Jen Garner. She in it too much. And, they got her going in and out of the house here lately, while Lo is in Italy, being totally desperate. Let me show you Lo in Italy, just being totally desperate. Lo needs to stop for real. She needs to ease up a little bit. Look at this at Lo. And she done called the paparazzi on herself. Hold on, here's another picture. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I skipped all the way to my stupid people doing stupid stuff thing. Hold on. Listen, here she is. Out there being desperate as she can be. I mean, just desperate. When a woman does something like that, she is desperate. She needs to she needs to step out of the spotlight just for a little while. And then when it comes around, he needs to step back in with her. But she out there, whoo, and looking thirsty, parched, thirsty. She sure, she sure is. And like I said, the ex-wife needs to pull back too. I understand, and I don't think Jen Garner is trying to creep with him or anything like that. She has her own man. She ain't even that type. She don't even give me the impression she's that type. But she needs to allow Jennifer to take care of her husband. He's no longer her husband. But I understand he is the father of her children and that she want him to be the best father he can be. So she's supporting him. But you know what? Know when to pull back. Know when to pull back. And it's time to pull back. And Lo, it's time to come home from Italy. It is. Because from the clip that I saw of that, Ben loves her. He loves her. And she clearly loves him because she wouldn't be over there in Italy looking so desperate and thirsty. Because she is over there with parched lips. Who does this? That's that. Come on. And that's just turning him away instead of bringing him closer. My opinion, moving on. All right, we're going to talk about Kandi and Kenya. All right, let me read this about Kandi and Kenya. Kandi is supporting her friend. Ain't nothing strange about that. Kandi and Kenya are friends. They always be saying that it's just for the camera, it's an alliance, No, it's always been a friendship with them. One thing about Kenya is very loyal, and so is Kandi. That's why Kandi was so hurt with about Phaedra. Phaedra is transactional. You can like her, you can love her, whatever, but at least you need to be honest about who she is. And she's very transactional. She's with you while it's working for her. And when it's no longer, if you hit a rough spot or you're no longer wanted on the show or something like that, Phaedra, or if she need a storyline. And that's what happened with Kandi. Phaedra needed a storyline. She no longer could use that Apollo storyline. And so Phaedra needed a storyline. So she made an enemy of Kandi. Transactional. But when you can say a lot of things about Kenya, and I'm sure you can say a lot of things about Kandi, but you cannot say that they're not good friends. They are good friends. And so Kandi is taking up for her friend. Let's read a little bit. Kandi Burruss has come to the defense of former Real Housewife of Atlanta co-star Kenya Moore following her suspension from the Bravo series. While Burruss, 48, recently left Real Housewife of Atlanta after 14 seasons, she still keeps up with the cast news and sometimes questions decisions that are made. I don't like the fact that they suspended Kenya. The only for You singer said on a recent episode of Young Jock and Streets. morning takeover show, radio show. Candy has come to the defense. Well, they were on there because they're promoting their concert tour with SWV. It's SWWV, and so they're promoting that. So that's why she was on there. It's I think it's Escape and SWV. I think that's the way it's built. But anyway, Candy has come to the defense of the former Real Housewife of Atlanta co-star Kenya Moore following her suspension from Bravo. While Burr is 48 recently, well, I read that. I don't like, and well, I read that too. I digress. I know a lot of people she shouldn't have shown that, but this is the housewife. Burrows continue. How many times have we did something that you think somebody shouldn't do? So who made the rules? I'm gonna put it to you like this. If you are a real housewife of Atlanta watcher, you you know for a long time they painted Kenya as the villain, especially with that Phaedra and Apollo situation and stuff like that. Everybody knew that was BS, and and when it came out, Kenya had not done anything. Phaedra and Apollo used Kendra for a storyline, and of course, Kenya fed into it somewhat in order to make the show interesting, because Kenya is about making the show interesting. Because Kenya knows when the show is interesting, her job is secure, especially when she is the one who is assisting or who is actually making the show interesting, keeping the eyeballs on it. But one thing about Kenya is, and this is her mantra: don't come for me unless I send for you. And that's pretty much Kenya in a nutshell. If you don't bother her, she ain't gonna bother you. This girl, Brittany, came for her. She came for her and told her that she had something for women like her. And so when you come for Kenya, Kenya gonna come, she gonna come back at you. And that's Kendra in a nutshell. Kenya in a nutshell. And everybody knows that. Evidently, Brittany didn't know that. She decided to come for the big dog of the show. If she didn't know, now she know. And the reason I agree with Candy is everything that what I understand, because really nobody knows exactly what's going on, because Bravo is over there in mute mode. It ain't said nothing. It ain't put out no statements or anything. Kenya ain't said nothing. So we just going by what the blogs say, what the vogs say, what you know, that's pretty much what we're going by. To say all of that to say this, everything that Kenya showed is on her. I can go and do it. What Kenya did, I could go and do it. It's open to the public. It's open to the public. Everything that she showed, if if Brittany didn't want that to be showed, it shouldn't be public. And my understanding is she has a for OnlyFans page, but then she want to go on the Real Housewife and bury what she done did under a pile of leaves, I guess, or dig a hole and put it in there. Well, if she wanted to do that, she should have left Kenya alone, because Kenya would sniff stuff out like that. And Kenya is not one to be trifled with. And she's learned that. And then also it makes the show interesting. Everybody want to watch it. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna do a review for this channel of every episode. So come back for that when it comes on. Okay. So, but yeah. And then everybody want to come at Candy saying, "Well, you got Phaedra fired." Candy did not get Phaedra fired. Candy said was, "I'm not coming back if she's coming back. Make your choice." Bravo made its choice. How did that make get Kenya fired? I mean, get Phaedra fired. It didn't, and it's a whole lot different than accusing something, just making something up out of whole cloth. Something so vile and earth shattering, what that can shatter a person's career, is said that you wanted to R, you and your husband wanted to R somebody. That was not in the public sphere. They made that up. Phaedra made that up. That's a whole lot different than going on a public site and getting pictures that everybody can see. If I wanted to go on there, I could get it right now, unless you shut it down. How is that? That is not even apples and oranges. That's duck and oranges. That's something totally different. You know how they say you're comparing apples and oranges because they're both fruit. That's not even apples and oranges. That's a mule and a pickle. When you're trying to compare what Phaedra did to what Kendra did. Kenda, Kenya did. I don't know why I want to keep saying that, but what Kenya did is like it is like a donkey and a pickle or something like that. So Candy had every right to say what she said and to take up for her friend because it's true. And also, it's not like other people on those Bravo shows had did something equally or worse than Kenna. For some reason, I cannot say Kenya's name for some reason today. Kenya. Okay, so they can miss me with that. They can miss me with that. Kenya has not done anything that's out of pocket. That girl came for her. And when you run with the big dogs, if you're a little puppy, don't run with the big dogs. Don't go be going there messing with the big dogs on the porch. And that's what Brittany did. She a newbie coming in there messing with the big dog, and she found out that the big dog bite. And Bravo needs to go ahead on and air Real Housewives of Atlanta so I can do this review, so I can put it on my channel because I know it is going to be good for everybody. All right, moving on. We're going to talk about Miss Surrey Cruz, Katie Holmes, and Tom Cruise's little girl. She's Tom Cruise's only biological child. Now he has two older children that he adopted when he was with what's that actress name? Nicole Kidman. Yes, when he was with Nicole Kidman, they adopted two children together. But his only biological child is Surrey. Well, he has not had a relationship with Surrey since the divorce. Since Katie Holmes divorced Tom Cruise due to the fact of his religion. He belongs to the Church of Scientology. In the Church of Scientology, if people are not in the Church of Scientology, if they are relative or whoever they are, if they're not a member of the Church of Scientology, you are to cut them off, and that's what he did. He cut his small baby off, I'm not judging him. I'm just telling you what happened. Okay? Because I don't need them Scientologists coming after me because they leave no prisoners. Okay? So I'm just saying what the deal is. And so I think Surrey was maybe 2 or 3. So Katie Holmes has raised her solo. He has paid child support and he has supported the child financially, but he has not had any kind of emotional relationship with the child. And so she turned 18 and she graduated from high school. Let me see if I can find a picture because I think I got a picture of her. Yeah, this is a picture of her and her mom. She looks just like her mother. At her graduation, she has a graduation robe on and everything. She seems really, really happy. And her mom was there to cheer her on. And her dad was not. Her dad was in London watching, at the Taylor Swift concert. Not judging, not doing anything, just telling you what the deal is. And so the tea that was dropped at her graduation was her graduation program. And as you can see, her name is not listed as Surrey Cruz, is listed as what? What does it say there? Surrey Noel. She has dropped his name. Just like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's children, as they turn 18, they getting rid of the Pitt name. And we all know what went on there. And it seems that Surrey is following suit because she has dropped the Cruz name. I don't know about you, but I would feel kind of bad if I had a child that did not want to carry my name. But I can't say that they're not justified in their decision. All right. Well, that was the little tea that Miss Surrey dropped. She will be going to Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. She seems to be a smart girl because that college is no joke. I don't know if it's Ivy League or not, but I think it is. So yeah, she's a smart girl. And I just recently saw her pictures of her going to the prom, and she has a little boyfriend, and they seem like they love each other and happy. She's living a normal life, and I'm so happy for her. You know, I'm not really talking bad about Scientology, but what I have heard of Scientology from what's the actress uh what is her name? I can't think of it, but she had a show on A&E where she went through she had former members of Scientology, the Church of Scientology. You should check that out on the A&E page. I'm not saying anything else about it. They have a disclaimer at the beginning of it, and you make up your mind. But moving on. Now we're gonna do stupid people doing stupid stuff. My usual, all I do this all the time. I do not have coffee and the tea without having stupid people doing stupid stuff. If you see my thumbnail of my video, you will see that it is permanently on my thumbnail, stupid people doing stupid stuff, because I do it every time. And I am going to do it now. But I do want to say, go back to yesterday's video, watch it. And if you don't watch the whole thing, watch my stupid people doing stupid stuff segment. And I promise you, You are going to be blown away. And I'm going to give you a hint. It has something to do with a drunk driver and a severed arm. I'm not saying no more. I be bringing it with the stupid people and stupid doing stupid things. Y'all should just watch for that. All right. This is our stupid person doing stupid stuff today. There he is. Can you see him? Did you get a load of the headline? Man poses as female dance teacher to solicit inappropriate videos from young girls. And guess how old he is? How old do you think he is? Anyway, we'll get to it in the article. Let's read. A man in New York has been arrested for possessing child pornography following a tip from police in Texas where his two alleged 10-year-old victims lives. A case across two states has led to the arrest of a man who police say was posing as an online female dance instructor in order to receive inappropriate and pornographic material from young girls. Detectives in Long Island, New York, was able to piece their case against Tanner O'Cal, 22. The person I show that right there is a gag, isn't it? The picture I showed you of that guy, he is 22 years old. He looks at least 40 in his 40s. But I digress. Let's go on. Of Lindenhurst, I guess Lindenhurst, Texas. Well, no, wait a minute. Of Lindenhurst, after police in Fort Worth, Texas, provided them with a tip. According to the Suffolk County Police Digital Forensic Unit, OCAL posed as a female dance teacher on Instagram where he offered dancing tips in exchange for inappropriate videos from 10-year-olds now. He was able to reach at least two young girls, both 10 years old, in Texas. The girl reported that conversations which took place in May and June to the Fort Worth. Okay, the girls reported their conversations which took place in May and June to the Fort Worth police, leading to a search warrant executed by Suffolk County Police in Lyndhurst. After the tip, the police reported finding child pornography on the suspect's cell phone, as well as sexually explicit conversation conducted via text message with several underage girls, per Long Island New Day. I guess that would be the newspaper that's reporting this. O'Cal is facing two charges: a Class E felony charge of possessing a child, and a Class D felony promoting of a child. At the arraignment on Thursday, O'Cal pleaded not guilty according to court records. His bail was set at $25,000 per case, $25,000 or $50,000 insured bond, $100,000 partially after partially secured surety bond. Detectives are still looking into the case to see if the suspect was in contact with any girls outside of Texas. They are asking anyone who believes that they may have been a victim or anyone that has additional information to contact the Digital Forensic Unit, and they give the number. And also the child abuse hotline. I'll tell you one thing, you can never underestimate stupid people. They can come up with some stuff. Who would have thought that he, in order for him to get this material from these little girls, is to pose as a female dance instructor? Mm. Well, I'll tell you one thing. He is a done bunny. He is a done bunny. Because they don't play about that. And they shouldn't. And when he get in prison, and prison's not going to play about it either. Good luck to him. All right, everybody. That is coffee and the tea. So glad you decided to stop by and see what tea I was spilling. I told you it was going to be good. It's pretty good. I must say it's pretty good. All right, y'all. Finish your coffee like I am going to finish mine. And listen, if you like what you like my channel, you like my video, hey, like it up. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe. All right, y'all. See you later. Bye.